Before moving to the results center, I want to mention a practical point about this simulation. This simulation was about a real case study project that we wanted to compare losses between two different machines. One that the stator is created from laminated steel and another machine with solid stator. As you know, in axial flux machines, if you want to use lamination for the stator, the lamination must not stacked in the axial length. It should be rolled around the axis of rotation. So the lamination of axial flux motors are complex and costly. So in this project, we wanted to compare the loss inside the stator with solid material and with laminated geometry. For this comparison, I created two different analyses. Both of them are simulated in no-load condition, but in one of them, in the properties of the study, I checked the box for core loss parameters calculation. So in this simulation, the loss inside the parts that are created from laminated steel, like the stator and rotor, will be calculated. In another analysis with solid stator, I did not check the core loss parameters box. Instead, to model the eddy effect inside the stator, in the material, I activated the eddy current inside a stator and both rotors. To activate the eddy current inside a part, you have to right-click on that part and turn on or turn off eddy effects. Because I turned on the eddy effect for the stator and rotor, here we only can see the turn off option. So to model the eddy current inside the stator and rotor, if the rotor or stator are created from a solid material, you have to activate the eddy effect. Now let's move to the results center. When the simulation is totally analyzed, you will see options in the results center. In the result table, you can see all tabular results, and in the field option, you can plot field reports like magnetic flux density, magnetic field intensity, applied current density, losses, and forces density. Let's start with the tabular results. Double-click on results table, and here you will see the available results in this window. We can plot forces, torque, current, induced voltage, and all parameters that can be plotted inside table or diagrams. As we selected the currents of the windings as 0, we will have 0 current in all phases in all time steps. But for induced voltage, you can have the exact value of induced voltage in different phases in all time steps, and with selecting all of them and adding them to the plot window, you can plot these parameters in a diagram. As you can see, we have three-phase induced voltage in all phases. Phase A, Phase B, and Phase C all have the sinusoidal waveform with the amplitude of 300 volts. Beside these diagrams, you can extract the results in Excel sheet using the listing option. Clicking on listing option will add an Excel sheet to the right hand side of the window, and you can easily save these results as Excel file or text or CSV files. Beside the induced voltage, we have resistance in the tables that calculated the resistance of each phase due to the geometry and the material that we used for that coil. Another useful output here is losses. If we choose losses inside the stator and rotors, we can plot them versus time. So I will remove the induced voltage from the plot and add solid loss inside the stator and rotor. If I click on the plot, you will see, as we expected, the loss inside the rotor iron is negligible and loss inside the stator core is higher. The value will reach almost 20 watts at the steady state. Beside all results that are available in results table, you can plot fields inside the geometry. First and most important plot is magnetic flux density that you can visualize in fringe plot with clipping or without clipping, or in vector with clipping or without clipping. First, let's plot the flux density in fringe plot with no clipping. You will see the field distribution inside the geometry in all time steps. For changing the time step, you only need to click on this timer icon. With this drop-down menu, you can choose the step time that you want the plot to be visualized. To change the view angle of the field plot, you can easily click on this view orientation. You can choose side plots or front view. Another very useful option is section view of the field plot, because with using this section view, you're able to visualize the field in all possible cross sections. You can change the cross section plane by dragging the plane to have different cross sections with even different planes. Here we had cross section in XY plane, and we can choose another planes like XZ plane to plot the field in different parts and cross sections of the machine. Now let's close this plot and use magnetic flux density with a 3D vector plot. Right click on magnetic flux density, choose 3D vector plot, and choose no clipping. In this plot, the flux density will be visualized by vectors of flux density. In this plot, you can find the flux path from magnets through the stator and rotor. You can plot the magnetic field intensity, current density and applied current density, losses and forces inside the geometry. In each of these plots, you're able to change the plot properties like the maximum field value, minimum field value, and the type of the colors that the plot is using by changing the variables inside the plot properties page. In different plots, you will see different options in definition and chart option to modify the attributes of the plot. I hope you enjoyed this practical tutorial about axial flux motors. If you have any question, you can easily write your question in the comment part. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and write your honest review for helping us to create better and more useful tutorials.